to make Star Trek, to make the exciting. And that's what SpaceX is all about, is to take the fiction out of science fiction and create an exciting, inspiring future for everyone. SpaceX wants to be able to take you to the moon, take you to Mars, and ultimately beyond. And I give SpaceX less than a 10% chance of succeeding at all, to be clear. In fact, I told people this. I said, look, we're probably going to fail, but we should give it a try, because if we don't, if there's not a new company that enters space, we will never be a truly spacefaring civilization. While the other aerospace companies, they build good rockets and everything, they were simply not pursuing the technology that's necessary to make life multiplanetary, to make Star Trek, to make the exciting science fiction futures that we've read about real. And that's what SpaceX is all about, is to take the fiction out of science fiction and create an exciting, inspiring future for everyone. SpaceX wants to be able to take you to the moon, take you to Mars, and ultimately beyond. And I'm confident at this point that with the incredible team that we have here at SpaceX, that we will do that for you. There are always problems on Earth. There are always problems on Earth. There are always things that we wish to be better, that we want to solve here on Earth, and we should solve them. But there also have to be things that get you excited about the future, that make you glad to wake up in the morning because you can't wait to see what happens next. And that's the future that SpaceX wants to bring to you.
Elon founded this company in 2002 initially to build rockets and spaceships that will take humans to Mars, the moon, and even beyond. We've not quite gotten to Mars. We're almost at the moon. With the merger, the acquisition of xAI, we now, as a group, own the largest coherent gigawatt-class compute on the planet, which will help us truth-seek and understand the universe. So congratulations to all of us for that.
SpaceX's record-breaking debut also helped to boost the markets. This is the biggest IPO ever, and Elon Musk is now the world's first trillionaire. That is 1,000 billions. His rocket firm closed up more than 19%, with a market cap now of more than $2 trillion. Joining me now, Ross Gerber, CEO of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management. He also happens to be a SpaceX investor. Ross, good to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So it debuted larger than many of the world's most established companies, and some of its goals, frankly, sound fantastical, right? Putting 1 million people on Mars, putting 1 million people on the moon, etc.
Well, I think if you strip away the fantastical claims, which Elon has often used in his past to motivate people and to dream bigger, what SpaceX's real businesses are launching rockets into space and building Starlink, and ultimately being an AI company by building data centers in space. So they want to build a communication and data layer that is terrestrial. And that is a really incredible opportunity, along with when you add in a terafab chip plant. They're building the first vertically integrated AI company that can deliver their services from space. So it does sound kind of crazy, but many of the things that Elon has done, and I've been investing, with Tesla since, the beginning. So it's been over, 12 or 13 years that I've been involved investing in Elon Musk companies. And, quite frankly, I think it's very narrow-minded not to believe in a vision of the future that involves space. And SpaceX is really the only player that's open space as a market.
Let me ask you this, though, because, and you know this better than me, it's been pulling a lot of money, right, from those established businesses, Starlink, also SpaceX, and dumping it into AI. I mean, is this really an AI company? Is it really an AI play?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's very clear when you look at the S1 that that's the market they're targeting, and being able to, provide those services cheaper than anybody else by using the power of the sun and the fact that these are in space where it might be very hard to reach the amount of data and centers that we need here on Earth due to so many issues like just a lack of power. So, we're going to run into bottlenecks building AI, and the demand for AI services is so high that SpaceX will be able to deliver compute in a way that no other company can. So we already see cities pushing back against data centers like there's some sort of coal plant or something,
Yeah, no question. So there are, of course, other big IPOs in the pipeline in the AI space, Anthropic, OpenAI. Does this debut, and by the way, a lot of companies debut well, and they can always, stock prices can also go down, but does this celebratory debut and the pricing that we're seeing investors willing to pay, do you see any end to that, right? I mean, when is it going to be too much, right? Is the question. And of course, yeah.
I think the better way to look at it is these are not startups, okay? Like in the old days, during .com, companies would be like brand new companies and go public and raise money, and you were an investor. Just like when Tesla went public, it was a couple $2 billion company, So when you actually look at it today, you're like, wow, this started completely different. But when you look at Anthropic, they're already doing $50 billion a year in revenue. I mean, this is not a small company, This is already $1 trillion company. So what it really is giving access to individual investors, the public, to being able to get in on these companies. And maybe it's late in the sense of from a venture capital or a private equity perspective, but it's certainly not late from the perspective of where AI is going over the next decade. So I actually think it's one of the greatest things because I manage money for the public. I run a public fund, GK. So for me, like to be able to add stocks in my portfolio that I think are fundamentally important to the future, I think it's great because we can't buy these private companies otherwise. So the real issue is paying the right price for them. And so we caution investors to just be patient and let the market do its thing, and price discovery happens over time.
Understood. Well, let's just hope that the AI doesn't replace you and me before we know it, right?
It's not going to replace people. I am so tired of this. It's going to make people better. It's going to make people better at what they do.
I hear that from folks, and listen, I think there's a lot there. Well, it's not going to be the last time you and I talk about AI.
I live in the Palisades. AI is not building any houses. I can tell you that.
Fair enough, yeah.
大家好，我是主播周玉琴。很多的朋友告诉我们，选择原版的太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，它添加有羽衣甘蓝，健康再加分。而有睡眠困扰的朋友们，赶快选择蓝色包装这一款晚安加强版，绝对是更有感。每日克菲尔，时刻美好 ，Good Feel Good。请上快点购为健康下单，而且要记得输入推荐代码，有额外的折扣优惠。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌基础版、晚安加强版新包装改版，内容不变，抽取更方便。要吃就吃最好的。